Welcome back, guys, to another part of this walkthrough. I believe we're on part 12. I think. Let me check my notes. We're actually on part 13. Okay, part 13. We're farther than I thought. All right. So I took a day off from recording to just do some other stuff. So it might take me a second to get back to where we were on the notes here. Let me look these over. All right, we had just finished killing Fire Giant, and we used the Remembrance, I believe. We duplicated the Remembrance. Yes, okay. So, all right, we're down here by Castle Sol. What we're going to do, guys, is we're going to go do some stuff before going to burn the Erdtree. This episode, I don't even know if we're going to get to burn the Erdtree. Let's see. Yes, it actually. Okay, so at the end of this episode, we will burn the Erdtree, but we got some things to do before that to make the end of the game a lot easier. But welcome to the end game, guys. We are in the end game, as like they say in the Avengers end game. We're in the end game. So we're in the end game. Let's get to it. So first off, we got to go back to the capital. We got to pick up an item that is of parallel of importance. To do that, we're going to stop at West Capital Rampart. And yeah, I finished the prep today. I just beat the Elden Beast just a little bit ago before recording this, and we made a serious mistake in the prep. I killed Malekith before getting the Sacred Wet Blade in the Royal Capital, which was very disastrous because having a shield that shuts down all holy negation for that last fight is important. So that's what we're going to do right now before we destroy the capital. We're going to jump down off here onto this roof. We shouldn't die, I don't think. And we're going to go over to the left. And we're going to run up here. Just ignore the enemies. But yeah, I was able to beat the Elden Beast without it, but man, it took a lot of skill. And when I made this walkthrough, the goal of making this walkthrough was to make this walkthrough easy for everybody. So anybody could pick up this game and anybody could just go all the way to the end. So I would be failing you guys if I brought you into the end of the game with a build that just did not work. So pick this up right here, Sacred Wet Blade, and we really don't need anything else here. I mean, you can loot everything here, obviously, because once you get rid of the Erdtree, all this is gone. So you might as well loot all this. Just go through here, make sure you loot all the rooms. There's a really cool faith weapon if you're doing a faith build in the which door was that? Was that this door? This door over here, I think. Yeah, it was in here. But yeah, this weapon's really cool, really good for PvP because it goes right through shields. So people have shields up, this goes right through a shield. and you cannot get parried either by using it. So it's a great weapon that scales on faith. All right, so we got that. We went through there. Let's check what's over here real quick. I see an item over there. Any golden runes, make sure and pick those up because we are going to need to... I found out that by the end of the game, we are actually under-leveled greatly. And so we do pop a bunch of runes at the very end to try to get our level closer to 120. Because 120, I found, is a very good place to fight the Elden Beast and still stand a good chance. Obviously, ideally, you'd want to be around 150 at the end of the game. That would be the ideal scenario, but we skipped a lot of shit. So that's just not going to happen with this character. So we got to do what we got to do at the very end. You might have to farm the bird for a little bit to push that level, but you won't have to do much farming. I mean, like I said, I'm not a huge fan of farming. I made sure not to have to farm in this walkthrough. If you do have to farm, it's just going to be like, 10, 15 minutes. So that's all we needed to get here. Now we can progress on. We got that. Let's check the notes. We've got... Okay. So after we got the Sacred Whetstone, we are going to go get some super armor. Now, the super armor that we're going to get, I'll tell you when we get there. So we're going to go down here to the is it Night Sacred Ground? No, it's Ancestral Woods. Go back to Ancestral Woods. So if you looked at, I went to the underground. We're going right down here. We are going to go through the aqueduct because I found out that the armor that we're going to get is going to be worth it for the end of the game. It's just it's too good not to pick up. And yes, it's going to require us to do some work, but we'll be fine. You're going to want to ride right over into this area over there. Why do I have so many markers on this? What the hell? That is going to drive me nuts. Alright, just ride straight up here. Just ignore all the markers. Hopefully you're a little more organized than I am. I think I have every single marker on there. Why? What was I doing that I had left every marker on there? You're going to see a bunch of jellyfish. They're signaling that you're going the right way. And there wasn't an item back there. Okay. There might have been an item back there. I don't know. Get this grace right here. Run down this way. And yeah, you know, the Elden Beast and Radagon, you know, they're not easy by any means. We're going to be set up for them, but still going to be a hard fight. It's going to be the hardest fight that you have to fight in this playthrough, without question. But I still think you guys can do it. I have faith in you, even for the newbies to the Souls genre, you know. I mean, I have faith in you guys. And you know what they say in the Souls community, never go hollow. So we're just running through here. Ignore what you can back here. There's going to be some enemies. Just ignore them. We want to actually go backwards, though, here. I think it's this room we want to go backwards. Kill him. These things are just annoying. One of these rooms has a door in it. I think it's the second one. Yeah, it's this one. We want to go back here. You're going to go over here. And that's a side quest you can do if you really want to. We're not doing side quests in this playthrough. But we're gonna fight a pretty damn hard boss here. So I want to warn you guys, this is pretty hard. Be ready for this. I think you guys can pull this off. The only reason I'm doing this is because I have faith in you guys, and I know you guys can do this. It might take a couple tries. In the prep, it took me 3 tries to kill these guys. These gargoyles are not easy. They are definitely hard. But like I said, we got this. We can do this. Summon your Mimic. Put out Golden Vow on your Mimic so your Mimic has the buff as well. And why did that not... I don't know why that didn't work. Alright, well, we're just going to go in. We're going to do this. Try to take one out as fast as you possibly can. They actually go off... They don't go on time, sadly. They do use... These things do use poison. So watch out for the poison. When they spam their poison, the poison is what is really deadly in this fight. Yeah, that's the poison right there. Get out of there, because that poison will mess you up. Yeah, the poison, and try to focus on one and get one out. So if you have anything that can negate poison, this would be a good fight to use it in. Because, like I said, the poison is the biggest threat to this fight. More than the gargoyles themselves. That's one of them down. Hopefully our Mimic's still alive. Okay, he is. Yeah, get out of there if you're... And we're gonna buff with Golden Bow to give us a little bit more extra. All right. These things hit like a truck too, so make sure you have at least always over half health. Because if you don't, with the poison active, these things can really mess you up. And that attack is not fun. Good thing is, once he's done with that, it gives you a second to get some hits in. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about right there. At least he's not spamming up. He's gonna. There we go. All right. So the poison is what you really got to watch out for that fight. In the prep, I had a lot more trouble with that fight. But yeah, you guys can do it. I got faith in you. After that, run over to the waterfall on the left-hand side. There will be a grace right over there. But if you accomplish that though, hats off. That's the hardest thing you're gonna have to do in this episode. From there on, we're gonna head to that I guess you could say coffin. Yeah, cement coffin, and we're gonna take this coffin. It's just such a weird thing too. Like, we travel in coffins. Like, this makes no sense. Only Mikazaki would come up with something like this. For a few reasons, it doesn't make sense. Like, how? It's a cement coffin. Well, okay. So this one flies away. I thought this one falls down the river, but this one actually goes up. I was thinking of the other coffin, the one in Ronnie's quest. So this is going to take us to the deep root depths. So once we're here, we have no map. So just ride on straight. It's basically a straight shot to get the map if you just follow this through. Some people get lost down here. It's not that hard to navigate. Just follow this round through. There'll be a log. You're going to want to jump on this log right here. You're going to want to ride down here. And you're going to want to jump from this right here, right now. Jump on this one right there. And this will take you over to this section. And you can just ignore the enemies here. Pick up any golden runes that you see, though, just because they will come in handy. And there'll be a grace right over here. Might as well get this grace. And then we're going to ride over into, like, the city area over there. And once you get through this, like, water pathway, there's going to be, like, a structure there. Right underneath that structure, there will be a map for this place, so you'll have a map. And then to your left, over here, there'll be a grace. Past these guys. Right over here. And rest at that grace so you can de-aggro. Now let me check my notes real quick. Alright. Deep Root Debts, map, grace, ride Northwest Spirit Spring. Okay, so right now you're going to want to put on your Bloodhounds, if you don't have them on anyway. I always chuck knives for some reason. Put on your Bloodhound Step claws. We're going to need those. So get those out, and then we are going to head from this grace. We are going to go down and then west, basically. So just ride down here and ride this way, straight on west. And you're going to see a spirit spring right over here. That's where we want to jump up. Now, when you jump up here, there'll be a Crucible Knight. We're not going to fight him, though. I mean, if you want to, you can fight him. You get a cool tree spear, but we're just going to use Bloodhound Step. Get him to come out here so you have a little bit more time. And then use Bloodhound Step. Go inside the tree. And get the armor. So now we have the Crucible Tree Armor. That's our super armor. That's going to be very, very helpful going into the end of the game. Once you get out here, summon your horse and just ride back down. And ride back to the Grace. Or once you get enemies undone, you can just teleport to the Grace. So grab the armor and run. Alright, so put armor on. Alright, so we can get done with those. We don't need the Bloodhound Step ones. Alright, so with that, we're going to put that armor on. We should have enough endurance to use it at this point. If we don't, we did something wrong. No. What am I missing? What am I missing? What am I missing? Grab armor. Put armor on. Burn Erdtree. For some reason, we're at a heavy load. What am I missing here? Oh! I had a rune art going, I believe, in the prep. That's right. Okay. We can activate one. That should take us to a medium load. Yep. Alright, so pop a rune arc. That'll take you to a medium load. We'll use that. We'll get our endurance up later on. Don't worry about that. Take your fire talisman off. You don't need that no more. Replace that back with your source seal. Oh, that's why we had the the source seal would have gave us the medium load. I'm sure of it. But I guess you could pop a rune arc or put your source seal back on. You'll be fine. So with that, we are ready to burn the Erdtree. So with that, guys, we are gonna go. I'm gonna get rid of these markers right now, just because these markers are driving me nuts. We're going to go back to the foot of the forge where we just had killed... Oh, we didn't get the Grace and the Fire Giant. Oh, we got to go do that. I thought we did. I thought we got that Grace. Did we not get that Grace? No, we must have not got that Grace. We'll get that Grace, though, just now. Let me check our time. Oh, right. We're just at 18 minutes. Nice. We're flying through this. Those gargoyles went a lot faster than they did in the prep. So just let's ride over through there. Let's go get that Grace that we just killed the giant over here for. But the reason we picked up the Crucible Tree Armor is its negation toward everything is one of the best in the game. Its Holy Negation is one of the best. I mean, it just has the best robustness for poise. I mean, it's all around awesome endgame armor to pick up just because it'll help you with a lot of the endgame stuff. Okay, where's that Grace at? It's somewhere up here. Ah, there it is. I could have swore we got that in the last episode, but I guess not. And plus, too, this armor just looks freaking awesome. Like, Elden Lord status. Like, now you're ready to be an Elden Lord. Once we get that Grace, we're going to head up to where this giant pot is. And I believe we are ready to burn the Erdtree. Has anybody ever been able to get down there? Like, I don't know. I don't think it's possible, but I'm just curious if there's anything down there. If there's even a way to get down there. Okay, let's not die here. Ride to the left around there. Don't go to the right. On my first playthrough, I rode all the way around to the other side on the right side because I have a tendency to always take the right path for some reason. Just like with my brain, I don't know. I always, whenever I'm faced with two directions to go, I will always pick the right path. I don't know why that is. So I did that, and then I ended up on that side, and I was like, I see the grace. It's all the way over there. I went the wrong direction. But we're gonna get this grace, and we're gonna burn the Erdtree. Summon Melina.
I have long observed the lands between. This world is in dire need of repair and death. Indiscriminate. Are you prepared to commit a cardinal sin?
Cardinal sin. Let's do it.
Very well. Let my hand rest upon you for but a moment.
This is a pretty cool cutscene. She basically puts you to sleep somehow. I don't quite understand that, but I love the animation in this game.
O Erdtree, you shall burn.
Does it ever explain like why Melina has power of flames like that? Because as far as I know, she's not taken over by the frenzied
Burn
flame.
for the sake of the new Lord. Thank you for guiding me here. The one who walks alongside flame shall one day meet the road of destined death. Goodbye.
Pretty cool cutscene. Yeah. So once we do that, our character is going to wake up in this weird land called Faramazula or Faramazula. Not quite sure, like 100% on the pronunciation, but I'm pretty sure it's Faramazula. I would love to know the lore behind this place. There's not much out there so far, what I've read anyway, or what I've watched on people's videos that explain what this giant city is in the sky. Except for the fact that a long time ago there used to be a giant city in the sky for this world that crashed or something, but it doesn't really explain then why this part is still up in the sky. So very Game of Thrones type up here. I mean, there's a bunch of dragons flying. I just love the atmosphere in this place. Come over here, get this smithing stone 8, drop down here for a golden rune, drop down here, run through this place. And then we are going to buff ourselves with Golden Bow just because some of these enemies are kind of tough. But as you see, we're good. We do plenty of damage. We'll be fine. These guys give a pretty good amount of runes too. You might as well slay them. They also drop an awesome bleed weapon too. 2 curved swords. Those curved swords wreck Melina, or Melania, however you want to pronounce her name. Melania. They wreck her when you have 2 of those things and you put bleed and frostbite on one of them. They completely wreck her. And don't forget, when you have a sword, just like I did, you can always guard counter. You don't have to have a shield to guard counter. You're going to take some damage because you have only a physical block of 68, but you can also guard counter in those situations, which, with our robustness on this build, will give you almost an instant stagger on a lot of enemies. So, just so you know, that's an option. You don't always have to have a shield to do guard counters. Just know it's going to come at the cost of some health, but you'll be fine. Not that it's 68% 68%, so you're taking about 36% damage. That's not that much in the grand scheme of things. So get that grace. You can rest there if you want to. We're just going to proceed on. I believe we're only at around 20 minutes, so yeah, 27 minutes. So we'll get the next grace and then we'll call it there. We're not going to fight this dragon here, though. We're just going to run through here. I don't think there was any item up here. I never looked, but I don't think there was. Run through here. There's going to be a giant dragon that comes down. We're not going to fight him. We're just going to run right by him. You can use your Bloodhound Step if you want to get by him faster. Or just run. Doesn't really matter. Once you get by him, Smithing Stone 8. And we can rest here. And I think we'll level before the end of this episode. So, where we're at right now, we can, runes needed, yeah, we can get a level. It doesn't really matter what you level right now. Later on, before Elden Beast, we are going to respec our character completely. So don't worry about too much leveling over here. Just use your levels so you don't lose runes. We're going to use a larval tier, which if you followed this playthrough, you should have 4 of them, I believe, if I remember right. Let's see, just to make sure I'm not lying out my ass. Okay, you have 5 of them here. I only had 4 of them in my prep account. Okay, so you should have 5 if you followed this walkthrough. So, well, we're going to use those later on. So whatever you level right now, it doesn't matter. I'm just going to put it in bigger because that just makes sense. Because later on we'll respec all this for the final boss of the game. Just keep going about that, though. Okay, so we got that. We leveled. We're walking around with 4,380 runes. That's not too bad. Let me check the time. Yeah, we're at 29:30, so that's just about 30 minutes. We are going to cap it here, but stay tuned, guys. More coming soon. We're going to probably take on Godskin Duo and Malekith in the next episode, so stay tuned. More coming soon. See you guys next time.